Hi everyone, I just want to or share a quick message that's coming through. We've just had a lot happening over the last week, and I shared a bit in my other posts on Facebook and Instagram, but just about grief coming up in the collective, but also within ourselves, and just the old memories really coming up quite deeply now. And so really move through that, allow yourself to move through all that's happening. um, it's a big time, and as if you've been following me for a while, that I've been saying that, but I don't think I even realized quite how big it was. And even though we pass through quite deep moments that feel really shattering at times and really painful, they're just the old wounds moving through us. And I don't mean just in a flippant way. It's a big way, and it's important for us to be kind and compassionate to ourselves as we move through these times. Um, yeah, it's just almost like all the old. It's like another layer, deeper layer coming out to the surface, but it reminds us that we're so powerful. Like once we move through it, move through the pain, and realize actually we've been putting up with a lot of things that we don't really need to, and we've been creating from the old mindset. Well, that's been my experience anyway. I feel like over the last week I've been reminded of what I've not wanted to create but have been creating from patterns, old patterns. And it's just so easy to do that unconsciously, and I think that's why it's coming up now so vividly, because if we don't experience the awakening, the realization of what we're doing, we just keep doing the same thing. And even though it's painful, I'm so grateful to move through it and realize, wow, actually that's what I'd been thinking. My external reality was showing my internal reality. And I think that's a gift at the moment, in terms of whatever you're seeing on the outside is some way reflecting what's happening on the inside. Because we only see from our own perspective, we don't see it from any other way. And so if you really want to shift what's happening for you in the outer world, then that shift has to happen from within. No one's going to come and save us, no one's going to make life better for us. And it's kind of like the world's flipped up, been the wrong way round, and we've been told things that just aren't true. And we are such powerful beings that we can create whatever we want. And I feel like in the last week, but this whole year has been a reminder of that. And yeah, it's kind of like layer by layer, because if it all comes at once, it can probably be a bit much, and we'd probably be overloaded. But with all the energies that are coming down and showering on us in very loving and positive ways, as well as changes in the astrology and many other things, it's all turning towards a really bright future, even if on the outside it doesn't look that way. And again, that's just a reflection of where the collective's at. And we don't need to follow that pattern. So yeah, it's just a message to really be aware, like really look on the outside, whatever you're experiencing, and seeing, where did I create that? What belief, what is within me that has created that? And I mean that in a very loving way. The other thing is that when things happen, really make sure you reach out to people who are on this journey. Because if you keep going to people who are either not aware or not wanting to move their lives forward in a high way, then you will end up repeating the same patterns. And I know it might feel a bit hard to hear that, but that's been my experience. The only way that I've been able to really keep moving forward is because of the support, both seen and unseen, that has encouraged me to move forward and not to fall back on old patterns. So yeah, it's quite a big topic, and I feel quite moved by it, and I have a lot of compassion for whatever you might be experiencing right now. So just wanted to pull out a few cards just to see what guidance we have. I love my tarot. And it always, it's always hard to read for myself, but I definitely find it super easy to read for others. But that's the way it is, isn't it, when you're not in all of that, in the emotions of it. So let's see what else is there. a message right now for us all. And I hope this is not blinding you as you're watching this. I just feel like you're with me as I do that. And I feel like maybe those are enough cards now. So interesting enough, at the bottom of the deck you've got the Six of Cups, and this relates to our childhood, but our childhood innocence. And I feel like we're being asked to go back into this innocence of our true nature, of not being marred by all the experiences that have, in a way, cultivated our current experience. And now it's time to come back to our true selves, which is really beautiful. Just pop that over there. And isn't that amazing? I love this. You've got the magician, which, of course, is what we're saying, or what the message was. It's like, you are the magician, we are the magician in our lives. And so it's really important that we remember that and ask ourselves very consciously, what am I creating today? What am I creating in this moment? Am I creating what I want? Am I creating from a place of love? Or am I creating what I don't want, and just previous old patterns that have been passed down through generations and all that type of stuff? And we've got the Queen of Cups, the Six of Wands, and then the Knight of Pentacles. And so what I see by this is that when you tap into your emotions, because the Queen of Cups is very in her emotions, she's very intuitive, she follows her guidance system, and that's what we're being asked, to get out of the mind but to come back into our hearts. And when we do that, then we get success, which is the Six of Wands, a very clear card about success coming our way. And then the Knight of Pentacles, which is about taking it step by step. So you don't need to rush it. Don't beat yourself up about it if things don't turn out the way that you'd hope or wanted. It's all unfolding as it's meant to, and that can be a bit annoying or hard to hear as well, but it just is. And even when you go through those moments which feel pretty uncomfortable, unpleasant, annoying, frustrating, it's all part of the journey. I just want to pull out one more card actually, which is from the Goddess Love Oracle, which I adore as well. So I just want to see what that message is. It feels good to stop there. So the card that comes out is Sanctuary, and so connect to your inner strength, which speaks really about what I've talked about today and shared for the other realms. So yeah, really connect with your inner strength. Know that you have the ability to move through whatever you're experiencing, to move through the hurt, the pain, the falsehood, to where you want to be. You just have to dig deep, and through this process you'll learn to trust yourself and know that you are enough. So it's been lovely to share with you. I really love connecting with you all. If you have any feedback, comment, please let me know. Happy to share whatever is of the highest for everybody, or is most useful really. So yeah, I'll leave it there, and wishing you a safe journey until next time. Lots of love.